Are you here, Imogen?
When you go.
Okay, good afternoon, or is it good evening, everybody?
Hi.
Lovely. So this is assignment 2, showcase an interactive learning resource. Right, this presentation explores how a self-created digital video resource was used to teach healthy eating, have embedded maths and embedded English through life skills in a classroom setting. So this is a live classroom. This is happening right now. These are my students and they have given consent. They are over 20, they are over 18. So they've given consent and parents and guardians have given consent. So here what you can see, they've all got their headphones on. This is not, this is my students. So they've all got headphones and they're actually in the middle of it. They're in the middle of watching my video that I've created. I will talk more about that later on in the presentation. So, introduction to the resource. So I used YouTube, Google Classroom. So it's a 4-minute YouTube video of me shopping healthy foods at Aldi, okay? During the video, students would answer questions of what I brought, how much it was, discount prices, see if they could work it out. So the purpose was to help learners identify healthy foods and apply English and math skills in real life situation. So the platform I uploaded on Google Classroom, and then the professional standards promote and support the use of new technologies in teaching. I wanted to do a resource that was meaningful. I wanted to do a resource that was, I'm going to use it again, and something that they haven't used before. So this was a real test. I had my observation on this day as well. Right, let's go back. Bear with me, everybody. Right, how the activity was delivered. So each student had their own desktop, laptop and headphones. The method was they watched the video independently, answered 18 multiple choice questions. I think I should have done less. And they had 3 open-ended questions. So the skills, yet again, digital embedded English, where they sentence construction, where they had to remember full stops, capital letters. Maths, which was estimating price and calculating the discount. So if I pick some fruit, they needed to work out the discount. They had whiteboards as well. They struggled with that, some of them did. Visual, pictures of learners working independently. Oh, okay. Sorry, this clicker.
I think it's the lag of the board.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right. So I did have 7 learners, and according to the EHCPs, they all had different needs, which I catered for. And 2 support workers in the classroom with the 7 students. They did need support setting up at the start. They didn't really know what they were doing. So I had to demonstrate the first question, and then they were away with it. So the assessment tool, it was Google Classroom. We tracked who answered what, so it's really good. Whiteboards for instant check. So we followed up questions on the screen. So whoever struggled with what. So when they did their activity at the end, they've done the 18 questions. They've done the 3 open-ended questions, which I'll demonstrate how they did it. And then after that, I had a screenshot. Let's see, I have a screenshot. Just Mark went into this. I've taken the names off, and it showed me what they got right and what they struggled with. So here, students attempted with these problems multiple times, and it was question 4, question 8, and question 16, and they were my open-ended questions. They struggled with the open-ended questions, and I think it was just working out the calculations. and structuring the sentence correctly. Right, I am now going to go into the Google Classroom. I think I can go into here. But before I do, I just want to say this fell in really well with the 4 pillars that Futures do: is healthy living, independent living, employability, and community inclusion. So it captured our 4 pillars in the curriculum. That worked really well. Right, let me see if I can get this. So I'm just going to show you a clips of the video.
Volume turned up, Rick.
Is it? Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to hear it. And what I noticed when I did this, for 4 minutes, 18 questions was quite a lot for them. It was quite a lot. I now, looking back at it, this is the first time I did it, I wouldn't put 18 questions. I think I'd put a gap and maybe put 10 questions. 18 questions was a lot, but they did really well. I was impressed. And this is the first time they ever did it. And I'll tell you the feedback. Feedback was really interesting.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ricki, and I'm going to talk about happiness and independent living. So today I have done a 30-minute walk.
Oh, so this is what they would do. It's a 30-minute walk, and they would have to remember what it was. And I was really impressed. I could have left a bigger gap. So the 30-minute, and it gets a tick. And one of them were clever enough to rewind. So they can't go on to the next stage until they get that question right. Let's have a look. So I would go
And I'm
continue.
now going to go to a supermarket and buy myself lots of fruit and make myself a fruit salad.
So can I just go on the fruit salad? A week before, we had a TV crew come into our kitchen, and we made a fruit salad. Adam was there, and so I wanted to link it in as much as I could to the topic that they're learning and put it in through a digital resource. So that worked.
Presumably on theirs, Ricky, because you're the tutor. That's why you're getting the answers, aren't you? But they wouldn't. They would just get the multiple choice, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would just get the multiple choice. I've got the answers. I'll show you how there is a way to show it. I'm not sure how. I'll have a look.
Don't worry if you can't, because you get the idea.
Yeah, they wouldn't see the answers. Yeah.
Well, he's part.
I'm not gonna watch it. No,
Red beans, grapes, which are £1.39.
so they'd have to say like how much were the seedless grapes? You know, they would click. It's already clicked there, but they would have to click. Let me move on to. I'm not going to go through all of it.
They were £1.89, so they've been reduced £1.39.
This one was another one. So how much money has Ricki saved on red seedless grapes? This is when I embedded. This is what they struggled with this question.
Did they have like a calculator?
You know what? This is what I want to do. So one of my students were clever enough to go on to click on the calculator.
Yeah.
And I was right, great. And another one used his phone.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to use in a supermarket.
Of course they are. So they did. So yeah, so they did that. And then someone asked, I put the whiteboards there if they wanted to work it out. They didn't, the whiteboards, 1 or 2 used, but they used a calculator. And that's real life. You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think I would, if I went to a supermarket quickly, maths isn't my strongest point, I would quickly add it up.
I'm going to get some bananas, and that is £1.39.
So there you go. You got the
Cheap,
gist of it.
Aldi is cheap. Cheap.
Aldi is cheap. I'm not sure if I can get to.
I need to start shopping at Aldi.
We use a Waitrose.
Get off it. Do you know what? They had to guess.
Must
They
do
had to
that.
guess.
Must do that cheaper than Asda.
I'm
They
saying.
had to guess.
Oh yeah, tell them.
They had to guess. They had to guess which supermarket I went in. I didn't tell them. I did not tell them what supermarket.
55 grams of protein per pound. This is £1.49. So I do like a bit of Greek yogurt with my fruit salad.
Right, and there you go. I put Greek yogurt in it. to see if they could tell me if it was a protein, etc. And they did really well on that one. The open-ended questions. I'm not sure if I got the open-ended. I'm just going to pass through this, and then I went to. Then let me have a look.
What's he doing?
There you go.
See how much total? And my Greek yogurt. Right, let's start.
So there you go. I went to the self-checkout, and can you guess how much the total would be with all the shopping? So they had to estimate. They did.
Well, you got a lot of fruit.
Yeah, got a lot of fruit. Yeah, it was a lot of fruit. Let me just click.
Sugar.
And I went through the self-checkout. Hang on. That's it. And I just checked it out, put a bit of music on. Let me see if I get to the end.
That's YouTube. That's all too much going.
What did you use to put your music on and stuff, Ricky? What?
Well, I did have an assistant that did help me.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Where your networking comes in useful.
Yeah.
What did you use for the music, Lisa? Did you put the music on?
No.
Oh, right, sorry, okay.
And I just watched it and be quick
Not
now.
like stock music.
Pardon?
Is it like stock music?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's free. You can pay for it as well. But there's an app, there's a few apps. So to get this video and edited it, there's about 3-4 apps
So my
that are used.
total is £23.90. So I'm going to finish and pay. I've got
I thought it was
contactless.
40 quid, it said on you.
No, I said give an estimate.
Oh, I see.
So I wanted them to see if they could estimate,
Okay,
and one of them did put £40.
okay.
I was like, you need to look back at it. Or one of them did write all the prices down. So that was interesting to see how they
Methods they use.
all the methods they use, and this is the first time they used. It's the first time they used it. Let's have a look if I can get back now. Right, it's the first time they used it. Let's have a look. So they did increase confidence in using a digital platform, and they followed instructions. It was good with the practice speaking during group discussions at the end, and time management, and it was really good independence and team and communication. What the beauty of this was, when I had 2 support workers, and I asked them all, I give them a post-it note, did you like it, did you not like it? And I said, give me a cross on the board. I put a red cross, a green tick, an amber for a question mark. And I told them, put it on your post-it, not what you think, and let's put it in the middle. So no one knows who said what. And I opened it up. You know, maybe they did, maybe it was because I made a video and they got upset. They all put a tick. Maybe and I thought, if you put a cross, it's okay. I just want to know how we can improve it. And obviously that's you, miss, isn't it? I think so. I've got a twin sister. So that was really good. I did ask the support workers. I said, what do you think? I need your honest opinion, because if I want to move forward with this. And one of the support workers have been there for 20 years and said, Ricki, no one's done anything like this, like what you've done. I thought that's nice. I'm thinking it didn't take that long. I've got to say, I had to do my shopping. So I did my shopping first and I did the video. Of course, I went to Aldi. It's a local supermarket. The manager sees me pretty much all the time when I'm there, because I'm always buying things. So I said to the manager, I said, you know what? This is for special educational needs students. I need to do a video. And he said, fly away, thumbs up. So he gave me consent to go in, and I had an assistant that had to film it.
Who was that?
That was that 12-year-old daughter.
Trying to get your husband to do it.
Yeah, I was trying to get my husband to do it, but he had a meeting, unfortunately, and he couldn't get out of that. So I was like, that's fine. I said, we'll stick
Some
with.
of the way, sorry, just a bit of feedback.
Yeah.
If you was to do it again, you could do it as in like you could say like, oh, I need to get some bananas. Obviously, not say the price.
Yeah.
And literally just show the price tag and see if they can like use
Read
that information, read it, process it. And then the question could be like, how much was the bananas?
Yeah.
So obviously you're not feeding them the information. They've got to use.
Yeah.
They've got to interpret the
Yes.
information
So
themselves.
so more challenging.
Yeah, just a
A
bit.
variety of
Yeah.
that. Some questions where you would say it,
Yeah.
some where you wouldn't.
So I did an extreme. Are you with me? They were easy.
Yeah.
It was to see how they would do it, because I've never done anything anything, but they struggled with the open-ended question.
Yeah.
They really struggled with it.
The open-ended questions say,
One of them was the estimate. They couldn't.
yeah.
Estimates
Yeah.
are hard.
It's a hard one,
concept
isn't it?
for kids,
They
for
couldn't-
adults.
They
and
just
kids.
couldn't. They couldn't estimate. And one of them was to write a sentence. About what the video's about.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
Some of them, of course, I did put hints in saying, don't forget your question marks and full stops. So it worked well. It was practical, real world, because this group always goes out, you see, my volunteering groups, they're always out volunteering. So I wanted to bring something back into the classroom that was nearest to real life as I can and get them engaged, which it worked. That's it. And subtitles, I put subtitles in, which didn't come with the video. And that was really good because I could see somebody, one of the students, engaging on the subtitles on the picture. So that did help. I tried doing that, and it was beneficial to my students because it was really hard to think of a resource that we don't use or we've never used. And the Google Classroom, and when we had the CPD with Carl Brown, I think that's where I got my idea from. So if I didn't go to that CPD session with Carl, this wouldn't have been created. So it's just by going to a CPD session. That's where I've got my idea.
Yeah.
So if I didn't go to that, I don't know what I would have done. I think I would have really struggled with Send with a digital tool, or I would have done the writer, the writer pen. And I'm thinking I need something that's interesting for me. So if I enjoy it, they're going to enjoy it, and they all enjoyed it. They had a really good time. They said, could you do another one? So this is my next steps. I might do another one in where we're going to be volunteering in different places. So we've got Competent Care, Kingswood. I've got some other places, yes. So I might do a video around that establishment with permission. One's already said yes. And
Get them, to make them feel more comfortable before they go, maybe.
That's why I say before they go to a placement, so they don't get, that anxiety. Where's the toilets? Where do I go? Where's, things like that. Where's the lift? And just have a visual of where everything is and ask them questions. I might do that. I was thinking of doing that as my next step for the volunteering program. And I think when you've done it once, that's there for me forever then.
If they went in groups and you gave them a shopping list and someone was recording it, would they do it themselves and explain it? Or have they not got the skills?
This group can.
Yeah.
Shopping, yeah. This group can. This group.
They could kind of create their own video resource. Their own
They
little
could, couldn't
project.
they? So they could go themselves and do it.
Good idea.
And they really, really,
Two teams.
yeah, they could do it like that. So they could go into the classroom and into the supermarket.
Yeah.
So just have to be careful, because you did ask the manager's permission, didn't you? And
Yeah.
obviously, problem with students just filming willy-nilly is that if other customers are in the shop,
Yeah, they don't want to be filmed.
you are,
Right,
in terms of
yeah.
legality, you can't just
Yeah,
be
but
filming people.
Yeah.
If it was like, say it was like Helen
Yeah.
support system.
So I do support, but when I filmed, it was the first. I went to a customer.
Yeah, because
It was really quiet.
if it was, say you had two support systems, you could kind of like split is it 6 or 7 into like
Yeah,
two groups, and the member of staff film.
Yeah, because when we have gone shopping,
It's steady as well.
Yeah, then it's steady, and then
Yeah.
obviously you can keep
Yeah.
people out.
we have taken photos for photo evidence when they've gone shopping, just for their solar system, for evidence that they've purchased this, and they got the receipts, because some of them don't even have the confidence to ask for a receipt.
Okay, well done, Ricki. I've got the door again. Yeah.